Well, sewing friends, it is time. It is the time for Busy Bee Challenge 2 results and also the reveal of Challenge 3. So welcome to viewers who've been following along all of the Busy Bee Challenge. There is a playlist with other people's contributions in there as well, and their vlogs, etc. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, there's an intro video. There's also the Challenge 1 where we reveal what we're going to do for Challenge 2, so you can perhaps go and watch those if you want to sort of get it in order. But if not, or you've been invested all along, here we go. So Challenge 2 was a refashion, very much like on Sewing Bee, where you were challenged to refashion something. If you watch any of my other vlogs, you will know that I am a big believer in keeping clothes in use, my own and anything else I can get hold of, and also making sure that I will genuinely wear it. So I had three choices. One was a, you might spot here, a black shirt and a tiger print shirt and what I could do together. The other one was a polka dot linen dress that didn't fit me anymore, and the third one was a polka dot sort of poly dress. Well, you might already be able to see which one I did. Yes, I took the tiger print and the black shirt and I combined them together. I will put videos in here while I'm talking, so I'm just going to move this way a little bit. It took me a while. I really loved this shirt, and it's a vintage shirt, so I did not want to botch it. I wanted to wear it, so I didn't just want to do a refashion for fun's sake and create something that, whilst it looked good, I wouldn't actually wear. So I did a lot of procrastinating, a lot of looking at great pictures. There's some really great men's shirt refashions out there. If you go to Pinterest, you can fall down an amazing hole of wonderful pleats and all sorts of things. And whilst I loved them, I wanted to create something that I would put on. And one of the things I don't have a lot of is sort of tops for like weekend evenings or things like that. But also that I could dress up or down. So I decided to go for the split, doing one half the black shirt and one half the tiger print. What I actually had to do was reline the buttons up with the buttonholes so that they actually lined up. And I ended up doing the double collar. Now I'm going to insert a video after I've just given you a little reveal of my thinking process. I've had a lot of feedback in my other vlogs, people saying they'd love to see how I think about things and create them. So I've done a little thinking process of how I got to this point, which I will put in a minute. If you want to stay and watch that, you might just be here for the results. I did think about swapping the cuffs over, and I might still do so. I show in the instructions how I did this, because obviously I've now got the tiger print on the black and then the black here like this. So if you want to see how that's done, it is in the video that will come. I will also post below the video that inspired me. I had the idea and then went and did some research, and there was a great video lady who does this, so she's on YouTube, so I will pop her below as well. But it hasn't stopped there. I have also worked on the other one, which is in the video that I'll share, which was the polka dot dress. So the polka dot dress is getting there. I have already done this to the collar. I have changed the sleeves here. Here's the skirt. So if you want to see that, that's coming up in the video too. Not finished though. And I will, at the end of this vlog, come back just to ask you some questions. So let's hop over now to me showing you my thinking process. So the dress is too tight, particularly around the waist. Let me zoom out a minute. Right, so it's too tight here on me. On the mannequin, not so much, needs winding out. And so what do I want to do? I do like a shirt dress. I have some options, so let me show you my option. So I have some leftover of this that I made my Seasons of East dress from. and I think it works well as like an interesting contrast, but it would be pretty big panels that I would need to do because it's too tight. So I would have to release it and ease it. So I'd have to insert a panel all the way down here or all the way down the back, but there is a yoke here, or down here. But to be honest, under the arm would be better. So that's one option. The other option is the gingham, but as soon as I've held it up, the gingham is not right. So the gingham is out. I'm looking over at my fabric collection because I'm wondering if there's something else. It's interesting. I love polka dots, but I don't have any other polka. Oh, I do. Hang on. So one of the things I think about when I'm doing a refashion is being mindful of similar material. This is a kind of linen, and so is this shirt that is in my refashion pile. Well, how about, could I even do the blouse as the top? Let me step us back. And the polka dot as the skirt. Let's do that all the way around. And then maybe the polka dot collar, or even a double collar. I've seen double collars lately. I quite like that. I just need to do a bit of trying on to see where the tight bits are. So let's just have a look. I'm putting it on over this top because you want a bit of like room. So it's too tight all the way. Just buttoning it because that's when you get the real sense, isn't it? So it is, yeah, from my waist upwards, it's too tight. It's interesting. I wonder if it's shrunk because the sleeves seem a bit short as well. How I would fit it. Oh, hang on. I can feel where there's... Look, there's a line here where the top and the bottom are, but I think to there. So I would then have to change from that line downwards. I'm just going to go look at that in the mirror. Hang on. So now I just want to try it on the shirt that would become the top to see how that's looking, because there must be a reason why it's in my refashion pile. Let's have a look why it is. And they're from different shops, but they're definitely a similar feel. Okay, I know why this is in here. It's too big. So if I button this up, I like it in lots of ways. The sleeve is good. There's too much here. There's too much all round here. It needs to come in, but the sleeve is good. So you can just see it just doesn't look good on me. And at the back too. So I'd need it cut about here. And then if I wrap this round to get a sense of where this would be. So this would be here. I do like the two together actually, but I definitely need to then bring the polka dots in back up here. So I need to bring this in more like this. Is it a take the sleeves off, put the sleeve back on job? I think it is. Yeah, no, the sleeves are too far done. Okay, so I'm going to take the sleeves off, put the sleeves back on, take in this and attach that. So that's feeling pretty good. But I would want to then put a double collar, so I'd need to look up how to do that. Now the other option, these two shirts. This shirt is way too big, but I do love it. And I have this black shirt. So I did think about a half and half. Then I realised that wouldn't fix the fact that this is too big. So would I do the full tiger print collar over the whole thing? I think so. I've seen them where it's half and half and the whole thing is half and half. But actually, in my mind, I'd cancelled this out as an option because I'd felt that it it wasn't going to be great. But now when I'm looking at it, I really do like that half and half like that. I do need to fix this. The shoulder is way too far off for me. This is all too massive. So if that was more fitted, then I think, and that was fitted, I think this could be really nice. Now, do I do a different kind of collar? But do I take the other black cuff and put it on here just to make, I think so. And sometimes a simple shirt, which it's not going to be because I've got a lot of taking in to do. And I've got to move those buttons. So so there's things I'm going to have to unpick. So for example, I will have to unpick all along that collar, because if I'm going to insert the other collar in, I'll have to unpick that. And let's measure. Oh, that's brilliant. They're almost identical in length. But it's a much more impressive collar. Oh, look at the double collar like that. Do I like the double collar? Take that out of the way. Do I like a double collar? No, I think I want that collar. Hang on, double collar. And this side, get the collar up. Can you see that? See, that's quite good, isn't it? That double collar like that. I really like double collar. Okay, I'm off to look how to do double collar, but this is happening. Let's see what I do. What I did was halve the black shirt, ironed a line down it for half, and then cut it just beyond the half to allow for seam allowance. I've now laid that over the top of this shirt because obviously the shirt was quite oversized, and I'm just pinning where that comes to, just to give me an idea of roughly where the halfway should be on this, as it is oversized. And then I'm going to have a look at where that is and compare that to halfway. so I now need to, where I'm going to cut this, I'm going to unpick the collar stand for the other half. So I'm going to switch off and go and unpick that and stitch this adjustment in. Okay, so I've unpicked the half of the collar and that's come out. I'm now going to cut this in half. This is the scary moment. So I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to iron a line so that I've got a good guide. I have pinned the sleeve in and I'm happy with it, so I'm going to stitch that in as well. Generous line, but I think that's better at this point. I don't want it to be too tight after the point of this is to have something that fits that I can wear. This one is too long, but I'll deal with that in a minute. Okay, let's get those pins out. So I'm just going to stitch this sleeve in that I've pinned. So now I'm going to put right sides together and stitch the two back pieces. Okay, so trying it on, pulling it all round, feeling good. So tricky to see the back, how precise I've been. But there's the collar coming round and that would go in there like that. And then I've got to get the double collar on top. I'm just going to pop and have a look in a mirror. Okay, so let's put it back on the mannequin a minute. I do need to twist this out up the top here a minute, but I'll do it in a bit. It's a bit too loose at the moment. Right, let's get it back on here. Let's get the sleeve out that I've done. Collar will come around, but I'm concerned here. So yeah, I need to resolve that. That needs to come over like that. Okay, looking good. Right, I'm going to, you can't see it on here, but down there, let me see if I can tilt it down for you. Down there, hang on. This is too long, so I've got to shorten it. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, hold on. Now let's just look at, hang on, that's it, let's do that. Let's look at the collar as the double collar. So I looked this up, I watched a good video on this. So we would then stitch this into here. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed seeing kind of how I go about my refashions, and I'm a little bit stuck with the polka dot one. I'll put up a picture in here while I'm talking. I don't know how to really bring, like this really brings the two together. I don't know how to bring the sort of tiger print and the polka dot together. I chose them because they're both very, very similar fabrics, so they work perfectly. I will share in a future vlog where I get to with a finished product. If you have any ideas whether you think I should do like a polka dot pocket on the shirt or bring some of the spare material from the shirt to the bottom of the dress, do let me know, because I would love to hear your ideas to help me finish that one, because I think it's going to be a great autumn shirt dress. So there we go. That's challenge 2. Challenge 3 is a free pattern, and it's got to be a bag pattern. So I'm going to share with you now a couple of patterns, and you can help me decide which one to do.